Labour's Cat Smith was first elected as the MP for Lancaster and Fleetwood in 2015, which forms part of the new Lancaster and Wyre constituency. She said improving rural bus routes will make NHS appointments more accessible.
Well, Lancaster and Wyre is a very diverse constituency. Yes, you've got the urban centre of Lancaster, but there's quite a lot of villages which are very isolated, and actually access to public services has been challenging in those areas for the last 14 years. When the Tories brought in austerity, it actually really impacted our rural communities, and I think there's no clearer way to see that than the cuts that have been made to bus services. It's something that I feel very passionate about, because access to bus routes is also access to your health appointments, so these are a joined up thing. And I do think that we can really change the way Whitehall works, because at the moment under the Tories it's very siloed. By having cross-departmental task forces, which is what Keir Starmer's proposing, you can see these Whitehall departments working far closely together to have that joined up thinking.
The whole point in retaking control, we haven't just painted the buses yellow, we've taken control of that fare box, and by doing that we make sure that the public gets the upside of the money that comes into that fare box. In the past that would have gone out to shareholders. Now we can recycle that money back into Greater Manchester and benefit the people who live here with that funding, and we can make hopefully this scheme a permanent scheme.
In other news now, Thames Valley Police Chief Constable James Hogg has said he is worried about the impact of releasing prisoners earlier. From September, some inmates in England and Wales will be let go after they have served 40% of their sentence rather than the current 50%. Chief Constable Hogg said that this is the right decision, but may lead to increased demand in the future. The government said the plan is to avoid the total collapse of the prison system caused by overcrowding. Reading Borough Council has warned drivers to be careful when driving by the new bus lane in London Road. The lane between Liverpool Road and Amity Road opened on Thursday, but contractors have been unable to repaint the centre road markings due to the weather. The council expects more roadworks will be in place while the work is completed on Monday night, if the weather allows.
Have to take our word for it. Only a few years ago, Labour commissioned research that showed that removing the winter fuel payments would increase the number of winter deaths by 4,000. That's their own research, which they're now ignoring. They haven't even produced an impact assessment that would indicate to us, for example, what the demand on the NHS would be, because they don't want to see the answer. They've had to rush this through because they know if people understood or had a chance to debate the consequences properly, that no one would vote for this. So they've rushed it through because they've got to find that £10 billion for those public sector pay rises the unions have demanded, and they need to find the money quick.
And that's your headline news. Coming up next on That's TV, it's your local weather.